Last shift, guys. We're running. I'm gonna miss it.
Aaron Taylor coming to you from Loudoun County, just outside of Washington, D.C. I was in the United States Marine Corps from 1998 to 2004. I transitioned directly into law enforcement.
It's my last night, my last moments, my last minutes in a police car. And I have resigned effective basically immediately tonight.
The reason why I left, it's not the same. Society has changed, turned their backs on police. My goal was to retire fully with 25 years of policing, but I left at approximately 16 years because it was no longer worth it. Incidents like George Floyd and a multitude of other incidents happened, and it became this overwhelming weight where you're literally damned if you do, damned if you don't.
It's a very scary thing when you don't have control of it and you see it all starting to flash in front of you very quickly.
When you are a police officer and you come to work and everybody on the outside doesn't trust you, thinks you're corrupt, you use too much force, you're a bully. However, when they need you, you're the only person with the solution. Why be a cop? Why risk your life?
What was it that pushed you over the line?
Working in the DC metro area, I don't think you can get more of a hyper-political policing environment. The problem, DC metro area is a dangerous place, right?
Right.
Politicians, counselors, police experts that have never done the job will tell you how police need reform, police need education, police need to de-escalate, police need to learn better, police need to talk better. But they never talk about the culture of violence that police face every single night. Criminals are real, violent predators are real, victims are real. Nobody talks about that. They talk about the police are the problem, the police are the instigators, the police, the police, the police. Violence is real. Everybody turns a blind eye to it, and they put it on the police as if we're the problem. Why did I leave? I was making a six-figure salary as a police officer. Most officers in big cities make six figures. It's very hard not to, right? It wasn't worth it. Policing pushed me to start a small business. We have almost 75 cops on the payroll now, right? That have all walked away, 15 to 20 years in. Guys that have laid it on the line for their communities over and over, and they throw it up in the air and they walk away.
So some of the most experienced police officers, the ones that would bring the most to a situation, are the ones that are walking away.
Correct.
And I think that's really tragic. From a psychological standpoint, I like having mental health specialists de-escalating a situation, but I want to underline the word specialist.
Correct.
Because I think a police officer should be a police officer. A police officer should do police work. If they want to add someone to the team that can do a mental health crisis intervention, then that's fine. But they can do it after that individual is in handcuffs, after that individual has been rendered no longer a threat. They can do what they do after you do what you do. You need to be allowed to do what you're trained to do and not try to be a jack of all trades when you walk through that door. Isn't it true that domestic violence situations are the most dangerous situations for police officers?
No question.
Statistically, there are more officers shot in those situations than any other.
No question.
And I do understand, and I think it is great, and I support having an interventionist roll with the team or be called in or whatever, but you don't need to be trying to wear 10 hats in a given situation and taking hundreds of millions of dollars away from a large department, defunding a department which I think most people define as cutting their budget, cutting the number of officers, cutting training, cutting whatever, seems to me to be asinine.
So when it comes to defund the police, defund everything that has nothing to do with police work and let cops be cops. Defunding things like street crime units, this is crazy.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.